So, welcome to the demonstration of our app. We have built this app as a part of the Byte Synergy hackathon under Synergy 2022. So, let's get started. This is what our app looks like. This is the first screen which immediately opens when you open the app. As you can see, it contains the name of the app and the description of the app. Simple. It tells us what the app will do. So basically, what this app does is it has a questionnaire which has questions divided under 5 categories. So we just have to answer the questions, and based on our answers, we get a feedback. So let's see how that works. So first of all, take test. So before we move on to the questions, we just ask for 2 inputs from the user: whether they are a working professional or a student, and whether they're in a romantic relationship or not. This is done so that we can personalize the quiz based on what the user enters. For example, let's say the user is a student and they are single. So let's start the quiz. As we can see that the questions are specific to students. So let's just click some options. So how this app works is there are scores attached to each of the options, and based on the total of the scores in the end, we provide feedbacks based on various categories. So let's just click often and go to next, and we'll just click random answers for now. And as we can see, the submit button will take us to the next question. Now, about after 5 questions, the category of the questions will change, as will be very noticeable. First of all were the student questions, and now we've come to the single questions because the user had entered single as their relationship status. So again, the questions are customized according to the user inputs. So we just continue with that. The third category. So the third category that we have is peer groups, right? This will basically house questions related to your friends group and your family. So let's just continue with it. And the one thing is that as you can see, the options are positive and negative. You feel pressured by your parents and relatives to do something you don't want to. If you say never, that's a really positive answer, that you don't feel pressured. So based on the answers that you give, you will get a positive or negative feedback at the end. So let's just move on to that. 5 questions according to the peer groups. Then the fourth category that we have is internet addiction. You can see it's very clear the category in this case, because the first question is on internet, the second question is the time on internet, and the third is social media likes, fourth is you feel you use the internet wisely, and fifth is obviously gaming. So, and the fifth and the final category is self-love. So now that we've taken a lot of positive answers for the internet addiction, let's take some negative ones for this one. You feel comfortable how you look? Never. That's a bad answer. That's a negative one. So let's just continue with these options right now. So now that we've reached the end of the quiz, when we click the submit button, we get a notification saying that we've reached the end of the quiz. So when we click on get results, based on the answers that we have filled and the points which have been stored, we'll get a feedback. So let's see how that works. There were a total of 25 questions. We've reached the end of the quiz. Thank you for taking the quiz and all that. Then here is a basic view containing all the feedbacks. So the first feedback is obviously work or acads. The second feedback is being single or in a relationship. The third is about peer groups. The fourth is about internet addiction. And you can see that while reading the internet addiction one is quite positive. It is a very positive feedback because it filled all the positive answers in this demo. While the self-love one is quite negative because again you fill the negative answers. So yes, that is how our app works. As you can see, we did not ask for any personal details from the user, and they can just use this app and be done with it. Simple. Now, the end buttons go back to the home page, which will then take you back to the home page. It also resets all the parameters so that if you want to take the quiz again, you can do so. So that's the demonstration. Thank you.